Hi there. Like the. Thank you for joining, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining, and please give us a little bit of time to have everyone participate. Yep. Oh, we have a lot of participants. 16. Yay! Great. Right. Okay, great. So since it's 17, 7 p.m., let us start our online session. Right. Okay. Great. Right. All right. So let me start our today's session. And thank you very much for participating. And our today's session name is actually Take a Unique Action for Your Job Hunting in Japan. I believe everyone is looking for a job in Japan and would like to successfully get a job in Japan. So, yes, hopefully by today's session, I hope it is somewhat helpful and insightful for those who are looking for a job. Right. So before starting, we have a little bit of announcement. Please put your camera on if possible and set your voice to mute and during the session with everyone. And you can ask questions anytime on the message down below. And at the end of the week meetup, we will would like to take a photo for everyone who is joining to post on our social media. And if you wouldn't like to be included, please let us know on the private message as well, so we can also adjust it for your preference. I hope it's okay for everyone. Right. Great. Okay. So today's goal, I would like everyone who joined this session to take somehow a unique action that you have never took before for your job hunt in Japan from like tomorrow. So that would be our today's goal by this session today. Right. And for today's agenda, we will have three topics to talk about. So first, we will introduce ourselves, me, Naming, and Tomomi over there. And we will have the main topic, and we will some breakout rooms, and of course, some Q&A question session involved as well. Right. So starting with introduction, let me start with myself. My name is Naming, and I'm originally from Mongolia, and I have been in Japan about 6 years. And I'm currently working at Career Fly as a career consultant. So usually I take care of our candidate side, give them some career consultation. And my goal at Career Fly is to have everyone have a long-lasting career in Japan. So yes, nice to meet you, everyone. Great.
Okay, hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Tomomi. I'm originally from Japan, and I'm career consultant in CareerFly also. And I'm really excited to have this meeting with you today. And just one information from my side. As Nomin just introduced, we will have a breaking out room later where each one of you will share your ideas with the participants here. So if you're not ready for that communication or conversation, please let us know during the meetup so that we can, make the appropriate groups for that.
Yes. Great. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. So since we're done with the introduction, let me go ahead and to the other one. So for today's main topic, we will have about 4 talking points. So we will conduct a little bit of a quick poll time at the beginning. And as you can see from these time slots, talking points, we'll have some basic methods just for memory refreshment so that everyone knows the similar methods. And we will have some 4 unique methods from our side for suggestion. And we will have breakout room as Thomas-san just mentioned as well. Right. Okay, great. So for first, let me start with the polling. Right. Just a second, please. Polling. Right. Um, Let me start. Right. I hope the poll just popped up on everyone's uh, chat. Please take about maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes to let us know about your current method, so far, just your actions towards job hunting in Japan. And we will be waiting for about maybe 2 minutes. Oh, it's fast. Okay, great. Almost done. If anybody hasn't answered the questions, please let us know. And so far, we have, okay, I think we have gotten everyone's votes. Thank you very much. Okay. Right, okay, so I have just ended the poll and let's see the results. I believe the first question was, what is the main method for job hunting? And I believe most of you guys have replied saying direct applying. And I agree. I think this is the most quicker and effective way to get some results from your side as well. And also, recruitment agencies. I also didn't really expect this result as well. I wonder what kind of recruitment agencies have you guys been using? I think Careerfly is definitely one of the interesting one from now on to consider as well. Okay, and SNS and networking referrals. Right, right. And how many companies? I believe most of you guys have. Okay, interesting. So all of the options are almost the same answers. Hmm. And the current hurdle seems to be Japanese language the most, and requirements, other issues. So if you have mentioned other issues, please let me know in the comments below as well, so I can also understand it. Great, thank you very much. Right, okay, so I think we have so far understood our participants' needs and the information so far. So let me go ahead and start the next slide. Okay, great. Right. Okay. So let me touch the button to Tomo-san, and we will start talking about the current basic methods just for memory refreshment so everyone knows what are some of the basic methods you can use.
Okay, thank you very much for participating in the polls. I really, enjoyed the result, and I think most of the people using the direct direct sourcing part. But I would like to, mention about four basic way to do the job hunting or to find jobs in Japan. I separated the ways as you see. So the vertical line represents the number of job. So with the first way and the second way, you will see the more numbers of jobs. You can search a lot of jobs there comparing to the bottom two, like the third one referral and the fourth one agent. And the horizontal line represents the technical skills and special skills requirement. The high on the right, you will require more, and on the left, you will require less. So let's take a look at these four methods a little closer. So the first one is job platform. When you do the direct apply, maybe you use these job platforms. For example, in Europe, maybe you use Monster. In other countries, maybe we used to have Glassdoor, or maybe we have Indeed, or those kind of platforms.
Mhm.
Let's say we call here job platform. And in Japan, for international talents, we have these three main job platforms. Maybe you know some of them. The first one is daijob.com or Ninja. These job platforms are mainly for international people in Japan or who want to work in Japan. So you can easily look for the positions that you are looking for. And also, maybe you can see the jobs in English so that it will be easier for you to look for jobs here. And then the second one, Rikunabi, Mynabi, Duda. These job platforms are not only for international people, but actually mainly for Japanese people or Japanese language speakers. So most of the jobs are written in Japanese. So if you understand Japanese, or if you're good at Japanese, or if you're not kind of like hesitating using Google Translator and reading Japanese informations, this job platform actually works well because these three are the best top job platforms in Japan, having the best number of the jobs here. And then Wantedly and Green, these job platforms are actually especially for engineers or IT companies. So if you're aiming IT companies or IT jobs, these platform would actually work well. I've heard some of my candidates trying through Wanted and Green and succeeded. So if you're not yet checking out these three kind of job platforms, please check out. And second, direct application. This is the method that you are trying. Most of the people are trying here. And the number of job, yes, it's a lot because the more you know the company, the more you can apply. But the only negative point is that you actually need to know the companies. If you're not familiar with the Japanese companies, maybe I would suggest you to use job platform first and then look at the companies and then maybe direct application after that. To direct apply, you can visit the official website of the companies. And most of the companies has recruitment page or otoiawase page, which is kind of contacting form.
Mm.
There you can ask them if I'm looking for a job and I want to apply for your position. And then you will get the direct message from the company's recruiter. The third one is referral. The number of job will be limited because it will be related to your number of the friends or number of the person who you can actually ask for a job. But since it's family or friends or someone who knows about you very well, these people can propose you to the company in a better way. And also in the referral case, you can skip some recruitment steps. For example, if the company has one to two or three interviews, maybe you can skip the middle interview and then just go to the recruiter, like recruitment head interview or CEO head interview. Okay, and then the first one is agent. I saw that not a lot of people use agent yet, but recruitment agency is like us, Careerfly, and it's really it's one of the main method in Japan to get a job hunt. The number of job actually depends on the agency's scale. So it could be less than direct application or job platform, but you can get the selected positions for your experience and for your preference. Let's see three main recruiters or agencies in Japan for international people. The first one is Robot World Tours. I'm sure some of you have heard of this company because this company is international company, and they basically have international companies jobs based in Japan. And as you see that this position is in the special technical skill higher part, so they mainly looking for the technical skill seniors or like management positions and so on. If you are in that position, it's better for you to use agency because they have more positions. And others, recruit agent. This is the recruitment agency of the Rikunabi owning company, the first job platform, so that they have more number of jobs. But this company do the service for only Japanese company basically. So if you're looking for Japanese company where the working environment is only Japanese speaking, this company would be a good position, good agent. And let us introduce about Careerfly. So Careerfly is a company for international talents only, and mainly in working in Japan. Also working in overseas too. And we are strong at IT domain. So if you're looking for a job in that domain, please let us know. So I think most of you have used either of the methods. So please update your basic methods here, and let's go to the unique way of the job hunting in Japan. I will button that to Nomi.
Thank you very much, Tomo-san. Right. So on the next one, I would like to share a quick success story of an IT engineer who was able to get a job in Japan. Just a very quick background of Patrick. He is actually not from graduate of computer science degree, but he was learning history, and then he came to Japan and he worked as a teaching assistant actually at Lewongo, and which is a boot camp in Japan. And he actually got enrolled in the one of the courses at Lewongo, and after the graduation, he was able to get a job in Japan. So if you're also considering to transition your career into IT and in the same boat as maybe Patrick-san, it's definitely possible. So I would like to share the video of Patrick-san that I interviewed him a few days ago. I would like to share it. Right. Okay. There you go.
My name's Patrick Camp.
Sorry. Let me share that one more time. I wonder if is it visible? Okay, great.
My name's Patrick Campbell, and I'm currently a software engineer at Xenon Partners. But I think I did what a lot of people did. They go through job boards and they try to find positions that are open, but I created a portfolio, and so I got a little more active on LinkedIn, and I started making connections there. Connections are pretty important actually, because, for example, I got introduced to Tomomi through someone I knew, and and then eventually how I got my job was just through connections. I guess I would say about 3 to 4 months. I would say that at the beginning, I wasn't as proactive as I should have been. People who do similar boot camp that I was in, that about 3 to 4 months seems to be about an average amount of time. Tech events and really connect with people there. Reaching out to people after those events and trying to make a connection there would be probably one of the best ways. I think there was a little bit of hesitation, especially as a newer developer. Entering a field, so many places say they're looking for people with more experience. And that might be true when they post it. It might not necessarily be copy paste, or so I think you just have to get over there and just accept that you might be rejected a lot. So I think if you are, if you go out there and you show them that you're willing to, make the connection, talk with them, you never know where a place might give you a chance. I had a friend who, she worked at a place, she connected with them. They told her, we really don't think it's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for more experience. And I think she went back and they ended up giving her a little internship, but still it didn't seem like it was going to turn into anything. But eventually I think they offered her a position, even though they were not looking for a junior developer.
Okay, great. And I hope it was visible and everyone was able to watch the video. Right. So I think the biggest takeaway when I interviewed Patrick Sung about his success story, job hunting in Japan, was that he was very hesitant to apply for a lot of different positions at the time because he felt that he wasn't matching the high requirements for the job. So I saw some of the job polling and said some of the hurdles that you guys felt was the high job requirements was some of the hurdles that you feel like it's not really helping you at the point. So maybe from Patrick San's advice, even if you do not 100% match the requirements, I think it's a really good idea to apply anyway for the positions that you see. And just see how it is and get one good result is basically the meaning of job hunting, I guess. Yeah. Right. Okay, great. And let me go ahead and next slide. So far we have just quickly went over what you have been doing so far in the past, and also some just very basic methods that Tomomi-san also shared as well. And now here is some of the unique methods that you can take from our suggestion. So basically, I thought we can propose 4 suggestions from our side. So you can see the first 2 is actually concerning about the CV itself. And then the third one is about actually during the CV screening. And the fourth suggestion could be used during the interview rounds as well. So hopefully you can also use one of each methods to try. Right. So I will explain one by one. So I'm sure everyone heard of, you have to create Japanese CV, and sometimes it's very difficult to understand what are some of the standard formats, or where can you actually make it. So with this generator, it's called Yagish, and I just put the URL over the slide, so you can maybe access here and just to see how it is. So you can use this tool, and it's also free, to create JIS format, which is Japan Industrial Format CVs. Really easy. I think it takes about maybe 1 to 10 categories to fill in, and then you can get it in a PDF format. So quite easy, not very complicated to make. And you can maybe start off with, writing in English first, and once your Japanese gets better, you can create it in Japanese too.
Right. Just in case, could you tell us what's Ridekisho and Shokumukei Rikisho, and which one you can make with Yagish?
Yes, let me, you just need these 2, as I'm suggesting on the slide. So on the left one, you can see the Direksho. So Direksho is your basic CV. So where you will mention about your very basic information, your name, your birthday, your current address, just a very basic overview of your education background, and maybe your work, just the name of your company that you're working at. So that is your direksho, which is in the left right here. And on the right, you can see Shokumukei Riksho, which is your technical CV. So in your technical CV, suppose that you have some job experience after your graduation. I think you can use this format to detail your experience. So let's say you were an IT engineer for about 2 years at Amazon, and you will probably have to write about what kind of project you worked on, how were they scaled, how many team members you had, and what were some of the responsibilities you had, some of the achievements you had. So that is a little bit more detailed, and that will be technical CV. So you just need these two. So Direksho and Shokomuke Direksho, you can see. So if you just go to Yagish, and the um, first selection is the Direksho, and then you scroll it, and then the last one is Shokomuke Direksho. So just see and how it is to create your Japanese CV, Japanese industrial standard CV. Yes.
Some of the Japanese companies actually reject your application if you don't have two of these. So please make sure that you have these sets of the CVs.
Yeah, unless it's a global company, it doesn't really matter, right? But if it's a Japanese company that you would really like to work, then necessarily you would need your Japanese CV. So please make sure to use this generator to create your Japanese CV first. Right. Okay, so another method that I would also like to suggest is, suppose that you already have your Japanese CV and you tried and you didn't really have a lot of success, and you didn't really have a lot of reply back or something, then maybe you can also tune up your CV. So I just referenced this CV from Behance.net. And this CV, as you know, recruiter, we see 20 to 30 CVs every day, and I think CV that stands out leave a very good impression, first impression, and probably the recruiter would like to reply back to you. So and creating this kind of CV is very difficult, but I think if you are up for this kind of challenge, making it easier to see, I think this is also some of the methods to try. So the reason why I took this example of this CV, in my perspective, as you can see, the work experience on this CV, the dates are very neatly mentioned. So I have a very clear image of the timeline of this person's experience. And also on the lower, down below, I can see the skills and expertise of this person and how it is quickly to understand in one look. So I can see if this person is a match to our opening or not. So these are the 2 points that I see personally that I think it's really great to leave a good impression for me. Tomo-san, what do you think?
I agree with Nomi-san, and in addition, I would like to point out the font. So the font could be anything, but should be the unified from the top to the bottom. If you use a lot, like several fonts, that would make the CV a little messy and look a little different to see. So please make sure that you use one font for one CV. And not only this CV, but it's really important to mention what you actually did in detail. So if your detail or job information, job experience is long enough, and you cannot just stick in just one page, don't worry, just you can use 2 or 3 pages. And it's fine in Japanese CV. So please mention that what was your role and how you did. That's a really important point that the recruiters see.
Right. Thank you very much. I really agree with the fonts too. Sometimes it's very difficult to, pay attention to different fonts on CVs. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Nomi-san is actually fixing the fonts every day.
Yes. Right. Great. And we also know that making this kind of design CV is very difficult. So what is our suggestion is, basically I just went to behance.net and I just searched CV templates, and there were a bunch of free ones. So if you're really interested in investing your time and challenging yourself to create a little bit more standing out CV, I think this could be very another unique method to try as well. And also we see a lot of startup companies, or mid-scale companies that are kind of globally minded. They don't necessarily need to have Japanese industrial standard CV. So if your CV is like this, it's also better as well. So yes, right. Okay, so moving along to the third method that is suggestion from us is creating a self-intro video of yourself. So the reason why this is a good idea from our side is that maybe you have tried applying to many companies before. You didn't really get a reply back, even though you're Japanese, or even though your experience is matching. So what you can do to accelerate this CV screening passing is that creating just a self-intro video and put together with your CV when you apply to certain companies, especially if you're directly applying. So in that way, maybe recruiters will think, let's say he didn't have Japanese language certification, but her Japanese was really good, or he or she didn't really have a lot of the requirements that was needed, but I felt like I would wanted to interview her. So maybe this is another unique way to try from your side to maybe just apply to a few companies and see how the reaction is. And the contents of the video, I just quickly mentioned them down there. Maybe you can do it in English, do it in Japanese. Just anyway, try to create a video is a good idea, we think. Right. And I actually took a self intro of myself as an example. So I would like to also share it if it is fine. So just a second, please. Right. Is it looking great? Is it showing?
Are you showing video now?
Yeah.
We see the video now, but it was stopped.
Okay, so let me just share it right now. Okay.
はじめまして、私はのみんと申します。出身はモンゴルです。モンゴル大学で技術情報専門を卒業しました。現在、株式会社 A でバックエンドエンジニアとして2年間働いています。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Okay, great. So this is very short video of self intro. So what I said on the video was that you have just seen is I said greetings first, and my name, my nationality, university major, and what I do right now, and some greetings to finish it off. So for me it took about maybe 2 minutes to type out what I wanted to say and record it and just save it to my laptop. So it took about 2 to 3 minutes for me. So definitely please try it out. Yes. And actually in Japan, such creating your self-intro video is becoming really popular here for some of the hiring process for certain companies. So I believe, upcoming years, certain methods like, creating your self-intro video will really increase in the future as well. So please, go ahead and try it and create different variables of your self-intro video next time you apply to certain companies. Yep. Okay. Yep. So just to quite simple steps to take, attaching short self-intro in the attachment session with your CV, and send to apply to see how is the company's reaction to you. Yep. So that is the third method on how to, successfully or accelerate your CV screening passing rate. Right. And number four is nail the key question. So for this suggestion, you can use this during your interview stage. So usually you will always get asked, why do you want to work here? And it's also such a very big key question in Japanese companies as well, because some of the companies really want to understand your needs and also how the company can give you that need and how it matches as well. So usually we hear a lot of the standard answer that is mentioned on the slide. My skill and the responsibilities match. That's why I want to work here. So the unique answer that you can give to the next time you're interviewing with the company is down below. So you can always mention about the company and how you are interested in certain things, business of the company, and how you can contribute to the company as well. Right. So this is a little bit difficult to create right away. I think there may be a lot of practice needs to be done. So why don't we, do a role play, Tomo-san?
Okay, so Nomi-san will show you what is the best answer for this. In her
Okay,
case,
yes, I'll
and
try my best. Yeah.
yeah, and actually this answer could be written on your Reaction as self PR and can get more attention in the stage of the CV screening. So please think about this also. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I am the recruiter, interviewer, and Nomi-san is the applicant who is kind of like applying to Carefly. Okay.
Right.
So Nomi-san, thank you for applying to Carefly. And I would like to know what is the reason for you to apply Carefly and why you want to work with us.
Yes, I would. First of all, I really feel related and about Careerfly's vision of supporting STEM talents in Japan. And I would really contribute to the um, placement of candidates who want to really work in Japan for long-lasting career. And I really relate of the working in certain venture companies like Careerfly to also use my language abilities. And I think you can also benefit from also creating your talent from country like Mongolia too.
Thank you. And I would like to know a little bit deeper. So why do you think it's important to help out the international talents who want to work in Japan?
Right. So the reason why I want to help international people who would like to work in Japan is because I'm also a foreigner in Japan, and I came to Japan 5 years ago, and I had a really difficult time looking for a job that really made me feel passionate. So I want to help other people feel like they have someone who can help them. So they can also depend on to find someone who can also find a very good, interesting job opportunities and have a really long career in Japan. Because when you come to Japan, you also feel like you want to live and work in Japan for a long time. So that's why I was interested in helping other international talents who want to work in Japan.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is kind of like the role play, and I think Nomi-san was really nervous about this, and
Yes.
her answer was 3 times longer than we just practiced before. So please
Yes.
make it a little more shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure everyone, when you are nervous, your talk will get longer. So please make sure that it's shorter. But the points that Nomi just point out is, first of all, she mentioned about our or the company's business and what the business is. And then second of all, she connected her experience and her vision or what she wants to do with the company's business. In this, with these 2 points, the company would feel like, okay, she understands what we want to do, and we understand what she wants to do, and these 2 things matches. So that would be like good match to hire this person. So yeah, these 2 points, please, understand it. And then before you go to the interview or before you apply to that company, please make sure that you understand that company's business.
Yes, thank you very much. I was kind of nervous. We never had this many participants before, so I was a little bit nervous. Right. So, the next stage is how you cannot avoid what I just had. Basically, find 10 most asked key questions. Why do you want to work here? Maybe you can come up with different varieties and categories of certain questions. And maybe researching up to 5 companies you would like to work in Japan. It doesn't really matter if it's big or small. Just researching the market in your domain would be also interesting to prep for this question, and researching the company's achievement in a way that is also interesting for you. And after you got all these information, make sure to incorporate that to your answer and to your experience or maybe your preference, and how we can all get matched. So you will have your perfect, unique answer to nail the why do you want to work here question. So these are some of the methods that are suggested by us. Yep. Great. All right. So far we have just gone through everything that we wanted to speak about, the past, what you have been working on so far, and the current basic methods, and some of the unique suggestions from our side as well. Right. And then the next section of our session would be breakout room. So if you hadn't let us know, please let us know in the chat room if you wouldn't like to participate in certain breakout room. So please let us know in the chat now.
Yeah. And Nomi-san, actually, we got a lot of new participants during showing the unique actions. So can you go through again, really quickly about these 4 methods?
Right, sure. So let me go ahead. Right. So very quickly, there are some of the 4 methods that you can try for your job hunting in Japan. So number 1 could be accessing to Yagi's CV generator, which is mentioned in the URL. And you can create a Japanese industrial standard format CV quickly, maybe within 10 minutes, very easily. And on the left, you can see the basic CV, which is Irikisho. On the right, you can see the technical CV, and you can click from the Yagish after you access them. And this is the first one. And then the second one, if you already have your Japanese CV, you can also maybe tune up your English CV or into Japanese, or maybe leave it in English as well. And this is great because it has a very good, leaves a good impression. So how to create certain design CVs like this is our suggestion would be accessing to behance.net and searching CV templates, and use the one that you think looks best, stands out the best for you. And another method could be the self-intro video, and that could be in English or in Japanese, any language that you are comfortable in for the time being, to accelerate the CV screening phase. So you can tell the contents of the video in a short video, maybe 30 to 40 seconds would be ideal. You can say greetings, name, nationality, your university major, and what do you do, and close it off with a greeting too. And yes, so make sure to record it and send it with your CV the next time you apply to companies. And the last one could be the nail the why do you want to work here question. So make sure to always make your unique answer. So how the responsibilities matches with your preference, and how are you feeling about the company's business and company's vision. So by doing these lists, so finding out some of the variable answers and researching up to five different companies you would like to work in Japan in their domain, and researching the achievement of the companies and how it also incorporates with your answer. So you will have your perfect answer. Okay. I hope it was somewhat understandable.
Yeah, thank you very much for going through again. So
Yep.
let's have a time to share the ideas.
Yep. Right. So we will have some breakout room now. So, right. Let me. So
Okay, let me
if
explain about this point as Nomi-san, while Nomi-san is making the breakout room. So we will break into two different groups right now, and then Nomi and I will join neither of the group, and we will be the the crowd, the moderator, and we would like to ask you about these three questions. And if you have any questions, or if you have anything that you have concern about this, we would love to answer that. So the first question is which of the actions, the first actions that we just saw as unique method, you want to take now. And the second one is which unique action has the highest hurdle for you and why. And third one, we would like to, we would like you to try everything if you want to. So we would like to ask you what is the hurdle for you and why. And we would like to just, take off the hurdle and make sure that you can, take those actions anyway from tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
And we will have this breakout room about like 10 minutes from now.
Yeah.
So if you are fine joining this, please join. And if you want to leave the room, just leave the room, and you can maybe come back to this main room. So as you want to.
Okay. Got it. Right. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. So just a second, and I will be right.
So while we're waiting for Nomi-san setting, if you have any questions so far, please let us know.
Yes. Please let us know in the chat. Anyone?
First of all, actually, we had a comment from Kafi-san that if we have, we can act as telecom companies agents as well. Yes, we can work as telecom communication companies agency as well. We have a couple of positions, for example, like the network engineers or sales positions. So if you want to know a little more detail, please let us know, and we can have a separate casual meeting one by one. Okay.
Great.
Is the setting fine?
Yes, I will put everyone in the different room now. So,
Okay. So if you have questions,
Yep.
please just leave on the chat because we can come back later and then we can answer again.
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Great. All right. Okay, so please join the breakout rooms. Oh, kita, kita.
Seems like the other room is still working on the session.
Hi, samaimasu. I put the sorry to interrupt. I put the link of the Udemy course in the chat, and I also put the link of all the Japanese books and resources that you can use to improve your Japanese.
Thank you very much about that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
はい、いえ、どういたしまして。
ありがとうございます。Okay, so maybe we should speak a little bit more. So regards the border, Miguel-san just mentioned. Let's see. I would like to share the information that I have right now. So recently, the border is closed for new entry people. So if you have some valid visa in Japan and you temporarily going back to your homeland and you want to come back, if you have the re-entry certificate or the permission, you can come back anytime. So if you don't, if you're yet not submit to the re-entrance permission, even you have a valid visa, please contact to your Japan embassy, which is close to your home, and ask if they can give you the permission for re-entry. And for the re-entrance, for the new coming, until April 21st, we can say when. That period is the time the government pointed out to see how the world's COVID situation is, and then the timing is to decide to expand the ban or not. Was I audible?
No, with your internet just got stuck.
Sorry about that. Let me.
No
Did you
worries.
hear about for April 21st thing?
Hi.
Okay.
Yes.
So Careerfly will update the updated information on LinkedIn and Facebook around that date. So please get updated by that information. Okay. Actually, like during this kind of pandemic, some of the companies are still trying to hire the people who are abroad by recruiting working as remotely. This is some kind of like progress in Japanese company. Some companies had final interview face to face, sharp. But by this pandemic, many of the company try the final interview online and make the decision to hire or not. So this was kind of like very big progress in Japanese company. I think they are kind of like having very good time there. I didn't have to keep my time.
I think they have many people there.
Yeah. No. The number of the people are kind of like the same. I was too Japanese to keep the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have any like your story of job hunting that you want to share with people? Like I had this kind of. Yeah. Please go ahead.
I mean, when I studied in Japan last year, I think that finding a part-time job when you are a student over there, it's quite easy. So if you have like at least the GLPT and 3 level of Japanese, which I think it's recommendable, like if you wanna understand the basics or you have to go to do all the paperwork. But I think that finding a part-time job in Japan is quite easy. But if you wanna find like a full-time visa job, then you have to improve your Japanese. And I think that one of the correct me if I'm wrong, one of the most important parts of during the interview is like jikosokai, like your self introduction, because you always have to clearly present yourself. And as they mentioned in the video, like create a video. I think that will be really helpful if you want to find a job in Japan, because always they're gonna ask you like jikosokai shite kudasai, like introduce yourself, what you have done, where are you from, what are your studies, where you've been working on, and what do you want to do in the future. So I think that to me that it's one of the most important parts of the interview in Japanese. And also try to understand like a little bit Sonkeigo, Kenjojo, like the Japanese formal language, which I think it's important. I don't know if that it's really important being a foreigner, but if you speak Keigo and Sonkeigo a little bit, I think that will help.
Right. Keigo is one of the most difficult part in Japanese. But you know what? Like, just putting this or mas in the last of the sentence is most of the case it's enough. Yeah. If you can use kenjogo, sonkeigo, teinego, that's perfect. But if you can find this mas in the last of the sentence, it's pretty much fine. Yep. Okay, I think most of you are like maybe kind of tired of working today. So maybe if you please hands up if you need to go in kind of like short time because okay, Kafi-san, dozo. Please go ahead, Kafi-san. If I want to apply for telecom company, can I forward my profile to you? Yes, please go ahead and if not only Kafi-san, but if any of you want to see what kind of like positions Carefly have, please let me know or let Nomi know. Or we actually have a job search platform. So let me share the link here so that you can see if you have positions or not. And this platform is always updated, so please try again even if you cannot see the position that you want. Give me a sec. Here it is. So by selecting your domain, where you are, what is your Japanese level, what kind of job you want to get, and then you can get all the informations of the positions that Carefly have right now. And for the new job update, we mentioned on LinkedIn and Facebook. So for the telecom company's name that we have, it's kind of like confidential right now. So I'm sorry, I would like to not share it right now. But if you are interested, please contact us that way. Okay, thank you very much. So since we have passed about like 11 minutes already, so let me maybe close this meetup for you. Or yeah, and actually we have a questionnaire that we want you to answer for the better meetup for the next time. So let me share the meetup here. And then if after you after you answer the questionnaire, we will get your email address so that we can share the presentation that we had today with you. Maybe you can see the job platform that I mentioned, or Yagesh's URL and others URL from that. So please cooperate with us filling the form which I just shared on the chat.
Oh, sorry, to interrupt. You
Sure.
said in the beginning that you wanted to take a picture of all of us. I don't know if we should wait to everyone to come in and then take a picture all
Yeah, we
together. I don't
wanted
know.
to. Yeah, we would love to. But
Oh,
if you can wait, please. But if you don't have time for then you're waiting for that, uh,
no, I can
please go
wait. It's
ahead
fine.
and yeah,
Here
answer
in
the
Spain,
form.
it's only one, one in the afternoon.
Okay.
大丈夫です。
大丈夫ですか? In Japan, it's 8 p.m. already. あ、みんな来てくれたの? And then let's take a photo of this group as of now. Oh, hey, people. Thank you very much for showing up your face. Should I wait for you, Nicolas-san, Vivek-san, Samdek-san? Or maybe I can just take picture. So, smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you very much.
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。Okay. It's fine, Nicolas-san. Thank you. So please fill out the forms. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be here. Thank you, Kafi-san, for asking the question. I will leave the email address here. Basically, Nomin will answer you. And also here, I have the QR code of my LinkedIn. So if you're not connected with me yet, please use this QR code to connect with me. I just knocked the door of the Nomin and say, please come back. Okay. We had only 10 minutes for this and we were waiting for that. Come on. And you're mute.
ごめんなさい。everyone was like talking about their experience, so yeah.
That's a good thing. Okay, so thank you very much for coming back and then having a good conversation. So if you still have time for like a couple of minutes, let's share the conversation that we had in each group.
Sure, yeah.
So maybe Miguel-san, you have waited for a long time. Sorry about that. Please share your experience with our group.
I mean, we were discussing about the maybe about the importance of Japanese right now, and also about the fact that borders are closed now in Japan. So maybe right now it's also time for us to improve in general, our Japanese schools, also take into account all the good advices they give us to us, and then wait a little bit till how the situation improves also after the Olympics, to see how the situation goes in Japan, and keep on improving every day, keep on trying every day, and that it's more or less, I think, the approach. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you very much for beautiful summary.
Thank you for your summary.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Who would I pick? Alban-san, would you mind?
So yes, so in our group, it was very different because we had people who just graduate who want to apply, so the apply process is a bit different. And then there was also people who want to apply but from overseas, so we got a Spanish person, so I advised him to contact the Chamber of Commerce of his country. They must have the list of the Japan company, and he should email as many as possible. And also we got, I think, 2 people who wanted to apply from India. So they were asking what is the best, should they start working in India for companies that has connection in Japan, or they should apply directly in Japan. And after we talk a lot about what will be the next action, and many people they were talking about the video. Is it really essential? And yes, I think that's a bit all.
Yeah. Thank you for the summary too, Alban-san. Great. Right. And yeah, thank you for summary, and thank you all for sharing your next action plans and some of your hurdles and what are you want to do the next, right? And we also, during our group, actually, we also received some of the questions. I think maybe Tomo-san, your group already talked about the Japan entry situation from overseas.
Yes.
If you don't mind, could you repeat what you have just mentioned?
Okay, sure. The things that I mentioned was Japan actually didn't bond every single people who are coming to Japan. If you have the valid visa and you have the re-entrance permission, you can come back to Japan anytime. And this is the update. And then the government actually set the date of maybe the update for the next information on April 21st. So around that date, Carefly will definitely share the updated informations on LinkedIn and Facebook. So please check out our accounts and get the updated info.
Yep, thank you very much. And there was also another question from our group too. I think it was Uncle-san have asked about age factor in job hunting in Japan. So he is currently now over 40 years old, and he is wondering if this could be a hurdle for him for job hunting in Japan. What do you think, Tomo-san?
Okay, so Japan is, known as one of the country where people live longer, and also retirement age is getting longer and longer. So the more people have the chance here, depends. No matter how old you are, and no matter how old are you, you have chance, but actually you will be required the roles and the experience that for that age. So for example, like in most of the cases, Japanese people start their career in the early 20s, and then in the 30s most of the people be a little like leader role or management role. And for the 40, maybe for the management role or business development, or having a little more responsibility for the budget of the company. So if you have that experience, that's very suitable. But if you don't, still you have many points that you can highlight in your experience. So please find that positions, find that points, and then keep applying to the companies, and we will definitely, be sure that you can get the good positions.
Sure. Thank you so much, Tomomi-san. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Yep, and I think so far we have covered our group questions that arise during the talk too.
Great.
And yes, and for now, I think that will be all from our side as well. Yeah, thank you very much. And yes, if I think we have already, also picked up all of the questions that you guys asked on the chat as well. So I
Let's
believe
take a group photo.
Yes, sure.
Actually,
If
I
you don't
took
mind,
a photo already.
trying to take a photo, if possible.
Okay.
Ah, kita.
Tushao-san, again, thank you so much.
Great. Okay. So if anybody is gonna turn on their videos or maybe it's okay. Right. So in 3. 来た来た。ちょっと待ちましょう。
はい。
Okay. Right. I'm gonna take in 3. So 1, 2, 3. Got it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Got it. Yep.
Okay. And in my group, I already shared, but we have a questionnaire or to ask you the feedback about this meetup in the end. So I leave the form here.
Yes.
Please check out and then fill the form. And then in the form, you need to fill out the email address if you can. So, and then if you can fill the address, we can actually share the presentation we used for today.
Yeah. So yeah, please, if you're interested, and also if you're interested in having one-on-one career consultation with me or Tomomi-san, please let us know in the survey too. It would be really helpful to create on upcoming online sessions for accelerating your job hunt in Japan.
Yes, thank you very much. And yeah, we will just leave this, and then please close this meetup, Nomi-san.
Oh, sorry, we just got it. Right. Yes, and thank you very much again. Sorry, Migo-san, you were gonna say something?
No, thank you so much. I was gonna say 本当に、
thank you.
楽しかったです。はい、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
It was really fun.
Thank you for participating, everyone.
また今度、はい、気をつけてくださいね。
Thank you.
皆さん、気をつけ
Thank you
て。
so much.
はい。
Yes, if anybody wants to, hang out and, chat, I will leave also this Zoom as well. Yeah. Thank you again for participating, everyone.
Yes.
And we are really thankful for your time today. And if you have time, please give us your feedback for the survey.
Thank you. So this room will be kept open until 8:30. So if you are finished answering the questionnaire, please leave as you want.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot. And Nomin-san, can I ask you if you,
Yes, of course.
like for a question? What kind of do you have any position for entry level for fresh graduate also?
Yes. What kind of positions are we speaking?
Honestly, yeah. I'm looking for like marketing, sales, something related to global affairs. For Bunkei students.
Okay. Well, sure. We may have some, maybe sales position for you if you're interested in that as well. I can definitely connect with you privately. This is actually my QR code for LinkedIn.
Okay.
So we can also discuss in private too. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll message you later. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Yes. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Ah, いるね。
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. How was this meetup, Nomi-san?
Yeah, it was very
Just for
interesting.
closing.
I didn't expect to have so many participants, so I was a little nervous.
Erickson, thank you. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were so nervous.
I was so nervous. It was our maximum participant, so I thought I should give my best, and I ended up, not giving very good answers. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, please join next meetup also and see how Nomi improved.
Yes, I'll try my best. I'm sorry. Actually, Eric-san knows Patrick-san. He is
Ah,
also from Lewagong,
okay,
London. Mm-mm.
nice.
So he wanted to, ask for referrals from Patrick-san after this.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He's using the method right away.
Yes. Yeah. What about you, Tomo-san? How was this session for you?
It was really interesting for me to see the reaction of the people who participated and see which way is interesting for them, for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
since I'm in Japanese recruitment domain for kind of like 6 year already,
Mm-mm.
some of that points is getting kind of like normal for me. But when I talk to the people who is kind of like new to this or not very familiar with, I really feel like very fresh
Mm-mm.
being in this domain.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice to, talk to a lot of different people. I think for the first time we had a participant from Spain today.
Yes. Mm.
So that was actually really interesting for me too.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you very much. So maybe the clock is hitting the 8:30 right now.
Yes.
So thank you very much for living here for
Yes.
these
Thank you everyone for
5 people.
joining.
Thank you.
And yeah, have a nice day
Have a
and
See you
see you
in the
next
next
time.
meeting.